For the past few years I've been doing vlog, I've always advised, as an artist, if you do not know how to speak on some certain issues, please do not grant interview. Because the duty of an interviewer is to bring out that secret, is to bring out that juicy part about the whole interview so that they can get views. So whenever you are being interviewed, they will make sure they go deeper and deeper and deeper and find a way, a corner to make sure you talk something. In fact, they are happy when you talk something really odd, something that is unacceptable by people. That will make their views increase. So, as an artist, there's a responsibility you owe yourself not to grant interviews when you know you do not know how to speak, you do not know how to address issues. Well, this particular matter, it comes in both ways. Partly, I kind of like understand and agree with, of course, you know exactly what I want to talk about. You already saw the title of this video. I understand with Davido, and partly I do not really understand him. He talks about new cats, and then in that same sentence, he mentioned the name Burna Boy as a new cat. Disrespect, disrespect. But however, Burna Boy on numerous occasions has called out Davido's name indirectly and directly. So I think it's do me, I do you back. This is the case here. Although you guys might not agree, but if you check the whole scenario, it's do me, I do you back. Well, however, of course, we are here to address the whole issue and be rest assured, without fear of contradiction, without fear of anything, I'm going to most definitely speak my mind and tell you exactly how I feel about it. So, are you ready to see the interview? Well, firstly, let's check out what Davido said.
Everybody knows now. I was one of the first, me and Wizkid blowed up, you know what I'm saying? So it feels good, you know what I'm saying? Seeing that, then it feels good also seeing the new cats coming up, you know, so like Burna Boy, Remark, Fireboy, who else? Mayor Cool, you know, a lot of new cats coming, killing it. Asake, that's on my album. So yeah, so like I think the future in Afrobeats is in good hands.
Honestly, Bola Boy won't be happy about this at all. He said Rema, Fireboy, Mayoku, Asake, and in the same sentence he mentioned Burna Boy's name as new cats. You forgot Burna Boy was in your music video. Emma Duro. No, not even Emma Duro. I think, yeah, is it Duro, the one that said Omo Babalo? Yes, Burna Boy was in his video, Duro, far back years ago. You call Burna Boy a new cat? Burna Boy made dance for stage like Fela, holy pants. Almost with pants. This guy that be hustling, you call him a new cat? Burna Boy years back, you tweeted something and sent to Burna Boy to please. There's a tweet Davido sent a few years back about Burna Boy, asking him to please DM him. This like 11 years ago. He begged Burna Boy to DM him. As at 2011, Davido said, Burna Boy live, DM your pin. I'm a big fan, G. On Blackberry. Then we were using Blackberry. So he wanted Burna Boy to DM his pin. And Burna Boy immediately responded. And you say Burna Boy is a new cat. Abi you miss him or you mistalk. But however, Davido already got fame. before Burna Boy. Burna Boy was there, but Davido already like was popping himself and Whiskey. We talk about Burna Boy, Davido and Whiskey for more than 6 years, so more than 6 years before Burna Boy joined, almost joined. Burna Boy joined that Holy Trinity recently. Let's be honest. Burna Boy joined Holy Trinity recently. Well, how far you miss Davido. Even Burna Boy's sister had to write something. He said, "New cats they face their hustle. Wetin you they do? They talk about new cats." And this guy said, you congratulated Burna Boy 11 years ago, but today you they call Burna Boy a new cat. Shameless. Well, however, in the interview, he also said other things which I'm going to play to you now. So check it out. He talked about Grammy, then talked about Olamide. He even gave Olamide kudos.
Well, Asake. Shout out to Olamide, you know what I'm saying, legend. Asake is signed to him. So I hit up Olamide, you know. And Asake is one artist that, you know what I'm saying, I feel like he's blessed. You know what I'm saying? God, he made like 20 hit songs in 1 year. You know what I'm saying? So I'm definitely a fan. So I called Olamide, and me and Olamide have been brothers for. Olamide was in the game before me. Do you understand? So he's been doing this for almost 15 years. So I called him, I was like, Olamide, my album is coming, oh, Asake. And we have, me and Asake, we have a lot of mutual friends. His producer, Magic Sticks, is a very, very good friend of mine. Very talented. So, you know what I'm saying, it was just bound to happen. Sent him the song. Sent it back, killed it. And the ladies love it, the song. Do you understand? So I was happy that, I was out of my space and, be able to deliver that song. Because I'm a digital artist, you know what I'm saying? I record music digitally. Computer, you know what I'm saying? So for that song, we had to record it like live. You know, cause the cavemen, they record live. So
do you feel like it's the Grammy album?
I mean, if I win a Grammy, I'll be happy. But you know what I'm saying? It definitely wasn't. I didn't make this album because I wanted to win anything. I made this album going into it, happy, natural, you know what I'm saying, ground is changing, you know what I'm saying? So, just having that. And I always knew, I grew up half of my life in America. Do you understand? So I've always been an outsider looking in. Do you understand? So back then, when I used to play African music, they'd be like, "Oh, what's that?" I'm like, "Yo, it's African music, P Square, Two Face, the bunch." Like, "Oh, sounds nice." So I always knew that once we were given the opportunity or a platform to be heard, I always knew that it was gonna go. So for me, having success in me, to me, is what I've done in other people. You have been seeing that, okay, this guy has blown up, I have a hand in that. This guy has blown up, I have a hand in that. To me, the success of other people. That's that's my plan. At the end of the day, I have to be able to sit down and be like, oh, I built an empire. You know what I'm saying? Afrobeats is so big, and I keep telling my brothers and people in the industry like, yo, we have to own it. You know what I'm saying? Now we have like Afro Nation, we have like festivals, like we have to own it. Like every year, I'm gonna start a festival in Atlanta. It's called a Wave Festival. So that festival every year, we're gonna do it. We're gonna have the biggest artists from Africa come out every year, but we have to own it. You know what I'm saying? We have the opportunity. God has given us an opportunity to shine through music. You know what I'm saying? So I'm happy about that. We have to own it. Come together, unity. See? Unity as Africans come together and make this shit big.
Took Burna Boy as a new card. That new card, calling Burna Boy's name. This is the guy who first. Like, he's the highest touring Africa artist currently. And when you talk about Spotify, his own material has the highest views on Spotify. And when you talk about when he started, 11 years ago, you were eating up Burna Boy. So this guy's been in the game. So calling him a new card is kind of like, although Burna Boy and Davido are cool, though. Davido said himself and Burna Boy are cool. Burna Boy gave him a call when he had issues, that final issue, including himself, obviously. But I think there should have been a better way for him to have answered that question without bringing new cards into it. That was disrespectful. I don't know how he's going to go about it, but Davido just started on all that. But if you check, even Bonobo has been calling out indirectly now ever since now. But now, everyone is just about their businesses. Well, let's see who will respond and who will not respond.